Alright, so this is the third and final part to the Intro to Djinn tutorial from DreamQuest Games. Part 3 is going to cover the knock and scoring of Djinn. The hand ends when a player knocks. This indicates that the cards in the hand have been melded and the total value of deadwood is less than 10 points. Knocking occurs at the end of a player's turn and must be accompanied by a discard. If the player doesn't have any deadwood cards outside of their melds, that's called going Djinn, and with that will come a 20-point bonus added to their score. So let's say, for example, all of your cards are set up in runs and books, except for the 7 and 8 of diamonds. Even if you were to pick up the 6 of diamonds, you cannot knock because you don't have a valid discard. Doesn't matter which diamond you would have discarded, your remaining points would still be over 10, which is the deadwood threshold. You wouldn't be allowed to knock. So instead, let's say you picked up a 2. It would then be valid for you to knock because you could discard your 8 and your remaining 7 and 2 only equaled 9. Make sense? In Djinn, cards are ranked in typical order from ace to king, ace being low. Each card is worth a certain amount of points. Aces are worth 1. Cards 2 through 10 are what we call face value, so they're going to be worth whatever they say. For example, a 10 is going to equal 10 points, 6s equal 6, and so on. Face cards, like the Jack, Queen, and King, are worth 10 points. After a player is knocked, everyone spreads their cards on the table arranged in valid books and runs. Each card can only be used in one meld. For example, you can't use the 3 of diamonds in a book with the 3 of hearts and clubs and use it in a run with the 2 and 4 of diamonds. Whoever has the lowest deadwood score is the winner of the hand. Also take note that scoring is going to work differently depending on the number of players. In a standard 2-player game, the difference between the deadwood of the winner and the deadwood of the loser is added to the winner's score. The deck is then shuffled, dealing responsibilities passed to the other player, and the game will continue to 100 points. If you're playing in a 3 or 4-player game, the difference in dead is calculated for each player. That difference is then added to each person's score. In these games, the object is to have the least points and to be the last man standing. As players reach 100 points, they lose and are dropped from the game. Djinn also includes some important bonus scores. Usually the person who knocked is the one with the lowest deadwood score, but sometimes they're not. If a player who didn't knock has the lowest deadwood score, they receive an undercut bonus of 20 points. Remember, if you knock and don't have any deadwood, this is called going Djinn, and that is also worth 20 points. For more tips and resources surrounding Djinn, you can visit us at DreamQuestGames.com under the How to Play tab.